Hello, everybody. I'm Brian.
And I'm Brian.
And this is Brian vs. Brian, episode 242, Until Dawn, PlayStation Productions. They knocked it out the park with Uncharted, and they're back again for another round of flawless video game adaptations.
I do like seeing
the source material with respect.
I do like seeing their splash thing at the beginning. It's kind of fun to see in the theater.
Yeah, it's weird because none of these are movies yet, and it's like, okay.
And it starts with Aloy. I'm like, oh, okay.
remember Kratos? He's one of ours. All right. Until Dawn. April 25th, 2025. Budget of $15 million. Box office $18 million. Directed by David Sandberg. I don't. What he did? Lights Out.
Shazam.
Oh, he did do Shazam and Shazam 2. All right.
Yeah, we don't talk about that one. We just forget that one exists.
Yeah, Shazam was pretty good, but
yeah.
Oh man, so this is a strange one because the video game is trying to be an adaptation of horror movies to a video game format. And then you want to take that and adapt it to the movie format, which is ruining everything the game tried to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, a horror movie is already a horror movie. You don't need to adapt it from this. That was kind of strange. And like to change absolutely everything. So it says it's where'd it go? Set in the same universe while featuring an original standalone story that expands upon the game's mythology. I don't think it expanded upon the game's mythology. I think it just made up a bunch of new shit.
Yep.
And then every day, so all the kids. One of the sisters is missing, right? And they're looking for her. Melanie is missing. Her sister is Clover. And so that's kind of similar to the game when the two girls run off and then they're missing. And so for a while I thought these characters were characters from the game. I was like, but then I quickly realized, no, these aren't characters from the game. And this is just a little bit similar, but it's absolutely not them and not the same people. And which I thought was a little weird. Then they find this scary house and realize when they die the first time from the Jason Voorhees type bad guy who's in the game.
Yeah,
the mask dude.
Killer, yeah.
Yeah. That they come back to life and they got to do it again until they can survive until dawn. And nothing like the game. The game, you die, you're dead.
Yeah.
I think the thing about the game is like you can make everyone survive, I think, in a perfect playthrough, but no one's going to do that. It's hard as fuck.
Yep.
And I heard that they were writing it, so we did the go back a day because it's kind of an homage to when you do a second playthrough of the game and you try to make people survive. I was like, what?
Sure.
I guess.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. The game is all about just making the player make choices, and those choices dictate, who dies and who lives. That's really what that game is. Dressed inside of a cheesy horror movies with shitty characters and sex and drugs, and like you said, it's playing off of those horror movie tropes from the 70s and 80s. But the gameplay itself is basically, for the most part, just you making decisions. It has nothing to do with dying and doing something over again. So it's a little weird.
And then in the game, I think there's the masked killer who's like some guy from the mines and had a vendetta against the family. And then there's also the Wendigo that one of the sisters became because of her plight or something. So there was those two, and they kind of incorporate those two into this movie, but there's a lot more as well. Yeah. So, anyways, they fucking die the first time. I don't remember any of these people's fucking names. Clover, Max, Nina, Megan, and Abe. Okay.
Yeah.
And
if you were to ask me which one of those are who, I know who Clover is and the sister, but I don't remember anybody. Is Abe the douchebag, or is Abe the guy who has the crush? I don't fucking remember.
I think Abe was the new boyfriend.
Okay.
Right? He's only 3 months in. She had one 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Anyways. So the first one is the masked killer. And then I think the guy goes and checks it out, and she goes in there and he's like cut in half. And then he kills the Asian girl by smashing her face on the ground. That was pretty cool. There is a lot of practical effects.
Yeah.
And some pretty good gory kills, but they never really, I don't know, pay off or seem that great because everything else sucks.
Yeah.
Like, the kills are the best part of this movie, and they're not that great. Like when I think someone got stabbed in the fucking face, and then the eyeball came out on the thing.
Blade,
that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
It was definitely more gruesome than I thought it would be for a PlayStation movie.
The movie's a little more tongue in cheek than I thought it was going to be, or at least self-aware of, because the movie can be comical. There's a situation that deals with water when they're in the bathroom that I thought was fantastic. It's easily one of the best moments of the movie that I was not expecting. I was like, okay, we're having a little bit of fun here. But it's like, I guess they die and repeat the same day, or not even the same day, because they establish that each time they come back, there's a new element that is, trying to kill them. So that kind of makes it a little interesting every time they come back, but they don't really do that much with it. I don't know.
Right? Because I really only remember the masked killer. Then they come back again, and it's water. It's the killer. And then fucking some Wendigo type zombie creatures.
Yeah, a witch. There's like a witch at some point.
Yeah. That one was pretty good. The ghost house.
Yeah.
The possession. That was one of the best ones.
Mm-hmm.
That was just scary. And what are we gonna save her? She just fucking flew 30 feet. She's done.
Yeah. I did like the montage we get later on in the movie because at some point they come back and they're like, oh, what is this, like the fourth or fifth time? And then one of them's like, no, this is like the 13th day or whatever. So we get to see a montage of what we don't get. I thought that montage was kind of fun.
Of videos. Yeah, better stuff than what we did get.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you put all this? Like, I think that's in the trailer, the creature in the cheek.
Oh, yeah.
And then we find out it's just a little video on a phone that we don't even get to experience it, really. I thought a lot of those were better than what they showed. Then I was a little disappointed that, the whole time, like, oh, there's no signal. We can't call anybody. But we can take video. But then when you show the video, it's all fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like fucking, dude, that's not how video works on a phone. You don't need signal to take a video. Yeah. It would be clear. Now you're just blurring out shit so you can have worse special effects in these little clips. And I don't appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm not dumb. I've taken videos. Yeah. Never once have I taken a video and was like, oh, look at it. It's all fucked. Yeah. Nope. Didn't work that way. But, then... Yeah, they meet that one guy what's that actor? Peter Stormare or something? They see him at the...
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name.
Yeah. At the gas station, and he's in the game. He's like a psychiatrist in the game who's talking to you, not a character in the game, like to you, the person playing the game. And he's like, asks you questions, and you have to answer, and it's kind of tailoring the game experience to you. Like, are you afraid of this picture or this picture? It'll be like a scarecrow and then a haunted house.
Yeah.
Then he'll ask you who you've bonded with throughout the game and whatnot. But he's in it. First, he's working at the gas station, and she asks about her missing sister. Oh, yeah, and he's like, well, she's missing, huh? And she's like, I never said that. Well, you asked him if you had seen this person. I think it's implied she's missing. Act like he's a psychic.
Yeah.
She's like, no, you didn't, but a lot of people come around here showing me pictures of people missing. So she probably went down the road and got missing. It's like, do people go missing down the road? Oh yeah, all the time. Mm-hmm. And then she goes back to her friends. I think I know where she went missing. Oh no. And they go through this crazy storm.
It's just rain. I was like, laughing. It's just raining out and everyone's freaking out.
A lot of rain.
Yeah.
And it's like, turn around. We've already turned around 3 times.
Yeah.
We're never going to get anywhere if we keep turning around. And they just keep going through it. And then they arrive at that house, and the rain is just like it's a wall.
Yeah.
And then well, I've heard of this phenomenon. It's called a water wall, where the rain starts like a wall. Yeah. And then
I thought that was kind of cool. That was kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting. I was like, I don't know. Yeah. A neat idea that kind of keeps you interested.
I did like one of the first times they try to leave, or only times, in the truck that had that giant creature in the road.
Yeah, the big like troll thing. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
And I was like, dude, let's do more with that. Yeah. That's pretty cool. All the good shit's like 10 seconds and then you move on. Yeah, then the guy comes back. I don't remember how. He talks to them over a radio or something. Are they first?
Yes. I want to say that she actually sees him and then he comes on the radio, but I don't remember now. I think does he show up during the witch scene when she's getting possessed? Fuck, I don't remember. Yeah, I just remember.
I do remember him walking around when like they're all dead at one point.
Oh,
he thinks they're all dead, right? And he's like looking at them, and and then he says, "Meet me in the woods at some point," and she goes out, and he's like, "Maybe I'll let you see your sister too." And then I think she does see her sister out there, but she's monster Wendigo formed. And has to kill her or something. And then I think she stumbles upon his lab or something. And he's like in the game, he's like a psychiatrist talking to you. And then in the movie, I guess he's kind of a psychiatrist too. But what she found like all those like name tags of like different places he had worked and whatnot. And he's got cameras up and he's watching them die over and over, and I don't remember what he said. It was why it's fucking happening. It was something about he's just watching them and researching how they act. I don't know. It's like a special house that whoever goes there, it takes your fears.
Oh, yeah.
New shit up every day. I don't quite understand what the fuck's going on.
Experimenting. I don't know. It's something to do with a mine. It gets a little convoluted towards the end.
Yeah, and why like he can go in the house and just be fine and walk around, but for some reason when the kids go, it's fucking crazy. I don't know. Yeah, and he says he does this all the time, and that was kind of interesting. He's like the water exploding. That's a new one. You're afraid of your inner feelings, I think, is what that's saying.
Yeah.
Something.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was pretty cool with the water, and they're just fucking exploding.
Yeah, that was the best part of the movie, for sure.
And later on, like, their deaths become pretty inevitable, and like, I can't remember, one of the guys, like, is gonna get killed by a Wendigo, and there's like rain dripping in this little tin shack he's in, so he sucks some of the water up and then blows up.
Yeah.
Like, the water always blows you up in this world, no matter what.
All water, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, then we see a guy that's obviously gone through this with the psychiatrist guy, and now he's in like a cell, so apparently puts you in the house for a while, and then you come to his cell, I don't know. And then he watches you change to a fucking creature. He's like, about 13 days they will change, and then their body cannot handle it. And yeah, didn't make much sense. And you see he has a folder on his desk that has Remy Malek's picture.
Yeah.
From the game.
The original game, yeah.
This is the only tie-in. And then at the very end, I think she kills him. Oh yeah, she
Just
makes
the
the water
water
drip
thing.
into his coffee
Yeah.
cup, and so it affects him too. Like I thought, you know what I mean? I thought it's just the people in the house like really dealing with it. Like it's, I don't know, it's
Yeah.
somewhat real because he blew up just from having water. I don't know,
I
fucking
did kind
weird.
of appreciate that moment because it does have a little nod to the game because he puts the cup down and there's a knife or like a some sort of weapon next to his cup and it just kind of shows you. And my mind was like, oh, she's gonna, hide the knife, grab the knife off the desk, put it behind her, and use it. But instead, she makes the choice to use, like, I don't know, those are some things you
Yeah,
make in the game where like you can choose different things. Thought that was kind of a cool nod.
yeah. And then at the very end, um, yeah, they're all able to leave, and then we kind of go back to a shot of inside that psychiatrist kind of office with the monitors, and then all the monitors kind of turn off from that house, and then they turn back on, and it shows the snowy cabin from the video game.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the next about to happen, but
This is like a
that's
prequel in a sense to
yeah, it's
Until
like
Dawn.
nothing to do with that because and Until Dawn, you don't. It's not
Yeah.
different creatures every day. It was a very specific story about a killer and a supernatural creature.
Yeah.
It wasn't all over the place. It wasn't a new day. Everything's crazy. So whatever. I just don't get why the fuck Sony does this. I mean, they've only done two, right? It's just Uncharted and this.
Yeah.
And they both fucking suck and have
Yeah.
nothing to do with the fucking game. And both games are pretty cool. Granted, Uncharted is a lot cooler than Until Dawn, and
Yeah. Yeah.
should have been a way better movie than it was. But yeah, even to fuck up Until Dawn like this and make it turn a mediocre to kind of good video game into a terrible movie is impressive.
Yeah.
Um, I can't wait to see what the fuck they do next, man. Do like Horizon, but it's set in modern days or what? I don't know what you would do.
Uh,
Set in the 20s.
yeah. It's just like it's one of those things where it's like, why even bother with this one? Like God of War and Horizon, I can see them having an easier task at adapting that. But Until Dawn, like you've already discussed, it's just a horror film that. So it's like, well, we just don't want to make a horror film because why do that? But it's just like, well, that's what the game is. So now they have to come up with some fucking way to make it interesting and different, and this is what they come up with, and it's just like, or just don't adapt it, or just make
Yeah,
a straight up horror movie like the first one was, or the video game was. I don't
and
know.
it's like when you adapt it to a movie and you're so far from the video game, my mind the whole time was like, why even call this Until Dawn?
Yeah,
This is just a movie. There's
yeah,
nothing to do with it, really. You got one actor from it, and then you tried to shoehorn in that the game is going to happen at the very end. It's like, just make a movie, and you don't need Until Dawn. I don't know. It's so strange. It's kind of entertaining, just trying to wait out the new creatures and experiences. But
yeah,
yeah, it's meandering and boring the whole time. You're just hoping to get a glimpse of a creature, and then you see one, and you're like, wasn't that great? And it lasted
yeah,
10 seconds. So, um,
yeah. This movie
yeah,
has
it's just
has a shtick, which the shtick is repeating the same day with new, threats. But like that begins, I mean, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like that all starts pretty quickly. Like within the first 20 minutes, we're kind of off and going. And the movie is like an hour and 40 minutes long, and it's just like the concept runs out of steam like halfway through the film. You're like, okay, I get it. Like this would have been cool for like an hour long TV show, or I don't know, maybe take a little bit longer with the characters and then spend the last 40 minutes doing this stuff. But like when it's a full hour and 15, 20 minutes of the same fucking thing, it's just like, all right, I get it. So yeah, I don't know. They kind of just wrote themselves into a corner in a way because it kind of becomes boring after a while.
yeah. And I think the game is much more interesting with the characters and the plight of the girls going missing, and then discovering that guy has a beef with the family for some reason, and then you think it's just going to be a straight up like masked killer, but then they get into the supernatural with the body morphing and monsters, and yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, and even Rami Malek's character, there's like twists and turns within the unit of friends themselves. Like, there's a big moment that happens halfway through the game that has to do with Rami Malek. Did not see coming. I was like, holy shit! So it's not even just the threat in those games. It goes a little in interesting directions with just the characters.
Yeah, and Hayden Panettiere was great in the game.
Yeah.
Not playing an FBI agent was great.
Kirby?
She was good. Kirby! Yeah, she just goes around sucking people up and taking their fucking powers.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty bad. Like some of the best stuff is that fucking montage, and it's like, you're gonna save the best monster and creature stuff for a video montage on a phone that's all shitty and choppy?
Yeah,
it's like, dude, what? Why? You're gonna have a fucking 30-foot troll scary monster, and you're gonna show him for 10 seconds?
Yeah,
like, that's cool. Have him come and destroy the house. Yeah, other parts are kind of interesting when they would wake up in the house and be alive again, and then there's like more houses. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, there's like new things that are popping up.
Was that a house? That house wasn't there. Oh, no shit, dude. Yeah. But I don't know. It meanders, and then they all live, right? They all survive.
They get in the car and drive away at the end, yeah.
And then, they shoehorned in some stupid thing. I think the psychiatrist was like, well, someone has to die. The only people that have ever made it out, it's always someone has to die. One person, you decide. And then she kills him with the water, so I guess they are all able to survive because someone did die. And I like that he kind of knew after he drank the coffee. His stomach starts bubbling. He's like, oh, he got indigestion. And then he tries to get really close to her because he knows he's gonna blow up to hurt her, and she's like, no, don't blow up near me, no. So yeah,
not even the whole I don't know. I guess if I'm reaching here, and it is a little bit, well, maybe not reaching, but the emotional core, if this movie even has one, is the sister, right? We need to go find the sister. I love my sister. There's even a flashback of them having an argument. And then you get to, there's no meaningful resolution to that. I think sister attacks her and she's like, I love you, sis, but I'm getting the fuck out of here. And that's it. There's no and then they just leave. We never talk about the sister ever again. I don't know. It's just floppy.
Yeah, it's we tried to get her, and at least we all made it out. Yeah. That's the end of that. That's the end of that. Oh, man. So, yeah. Come on, Sony. We got to do better than this. I just, watching these two movie adaptations and then watching The Last of Us show,
night and day,
it's
man.
It's what the fuck? How is the same production company making both of these things? But with The Last of Us, they let the writers from the game be heavily involved. They get Neil Druckmann and all those guys and Naughty Dog, and that's what you got to do, man, if you want it to be good.
Yeah.
Don't just fucking write a script loosely based on it and slap a video game name on it and fucking throw Tom Holland in it, okay? It doesn't work that way.
Yep.
And have the fucking mustache on. God damn it.
Yeah.
The end of Uncharted is now I have a mustache. Remember that from the game? Now it's going to be more like the game next movie, isn't it? Nah, we're not sticking around for that to happen, buddy. No.
That was some of the... Tom Holland, I guess. I can work with that, but Wahlberg is one of the worst casting decisions. I don't see Sully at all in that case. It's just Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What are you doing, kid? What are you doing? What are you jumping around the airplane?
So stupid. But yeah, I mean, buckle up for the Sony stuff because there's a Ghost of Tsushima movie coming, which I think is the director of John Wick. So hopefully it'll be
Mm-hmm.
good. I think there's a God of War. I think God of War and Horizon are shows on Amazon, if I remember right. I know God of War is. So buckle up and see how these do. I mean, thank God for The Last of Us.
Katamari Damacy,
Yeah.
all of it.
uh,
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, the movie.
mhm.
Yeah. We'll see. Uh, Not doing too great. It's so strange because yeah, the Last of Us show is so good. Everybody knows it. And then you might want to stretch out these people that haven't played the video games, and I've seen the reactions to people seeing Joel die,
Episode 2,
and
yeah.
it's genuinely people shocked and awed
Yeah.
because they don't know, and then these people might want to branch out and try some other PlayStation properties because they're making movies, and then you have to go watch this bullshit, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
whoa, this is a drastic decline in quality. Like,
Yeah.
so they're not helping anything. Like Last of Us is bringing you lots of eyes, and people are interested in PlayStation productions, and then they go watch your other productions, and they're like, well, I guess Last of Us was it. That's all
Yeah.
they got, and it's pretty true.
If yeah, I haven't
Um,
watched Fallout, 'cause I don't have Amazon, but it seems like Fallout and Last of Us are holding down the
yeah,
fort at the
yeah.
moment because everything
Fallout was
else,
really good. I
yeah.
was I was really like, how are you going to do that in a show?
Hmm.
But yeah, they did it. It's really good. The tone is great.
Hmm.
Goes with the game. Yeah, you definitely got to check that one out if you can. Um, and that one guy, that actor who's in like Justified and Precious Gems,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Walter
baby,
Goggins. Yeah.
yeah, baby Billy. He's so good in it, dude. He's fucking good in everything he's in, man. That guy's awesome.
I am kind of
Uh,
a if we're on kind of a side discussion with video game movies. I am I don't know if I'd say excited, but interested in Mortal Kombat. I thought the first one that we watched was okay. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was great, but it was like
yeah,
it was a fun Mortal Kombat movie, and the fact that they're making a sequel and Carl Urban as Johnny Cage has me kind of interested.
yeah.
Like Carl Urban, yeah,
Yeah, if it'll be more like the game, because it seems like they're just setting up for the tournament in the first one, which is
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
lame because you're like, well, no tournament, we're just
yeah,
meeting people.
yeah.
So yeah, this one could be interesting. I mean, the Scorpion and Sub Zero stuff was the best. Like
Oh yeah, totally.
in
Their
like
backstory
feudal
and everything.
Japan, the beginning,
Yeah.
and like yeah, you that was worth the price of admission. I think that was really
Hmm.
cool. The rest of it was a little whack, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll finally get some Johnny Cage. That'll be cool. But this one meanders. Um, you don't really care how they die next.
Hmm.
In the beginning, you're like, "Ooh, I'm interested to see what happens next, how they're gonna die." And then about two times in, you realize, "Oh, it's just a stupid variation of a creature crawling," or yeah, nothing too wild and different. Characters are dumb. You don't care about them.
Nope.
There's no resolution.
Mhm.
You don't really care that we're looking for the sister at the end, and then you don't really care that they don't find her at the end, and they all just leave like happy, like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you guys, you coming?" That Abe guy is like, "Oh, do you want to spend another night here?" Come on, guys, let's go.
Oh my
They just
God.
drive off like it's the end of a fucking, like it's the end of like a summer camp.
Yeah.
Like, oh, all right, that was fun, guys. It's fucking weird.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't expect it to be good,
yeah.
but I probably expected a little more than I got. I was expecting a little more entertainment. I left there feeling like 4.9.
Oh yeah, we're only a point away. I was just gonna give it middle of the road, a solid five. All of the things you said are 100% accurate. You don't care about any of these people. They're kind of annoying. I didn't mind like because like in the first 20 minutes or so with all of the beginning stuff, dialogue is kind of cringy. The characters are kind of cringy, but they were kind of in the video game too. It was kind of the point. So it didn't really bother me. But yeah, you don't really get to know anybody. Um, There is a little bit of fun in this movie. I'll give the movie a little bit of credit. There is some fun. We talked about the water sequence where everyone's in the bathroom, they all take a drink of water, and they just start exploding.
Yeah.
It's hilarious and it's fun. There are some fun moments in the movie, and I think it's genuinely interesting for the first 30 minutes. But yeah, the longer it goes on, like the whole second half of the movie is just a snore fest. But I'd say everything leading up to it was perfectly fine. It wasn't great. But I was actually expecting something worse. I was expecting to come in here and say this movie was a 3 because that trailer was not doing any good favors for marketing. But no, I was surprised that there is a little bit of fun in the movie and some genuine like cool moments. There's a moment where I forget is it Megan or Melanie? She gets like possessed by some sort of entity. I don't know if it was the witch, but she's in this room and she's like looking at the missing posters. She's all like in white. There's like kind of cool. There's some cool stuff in the movie, but yeah, it just outstays its welcome. It's pretty rough. So yeah, for me, it's just a 5, middle of the road.
Yep. 5 and a 4.9. Go check it out or don't. Whatever.
Play the game. It's fun.
Yeah. It's got a remaster on PS5. I'm pretty sure they're doing the zombie one too. What was that one? Days Gone.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure they're doing something with that, like a show or something. That could be interesting. It's just The Walking Dead, but with motorcycles and shit.
Sons of Anarchy meets Walking Dead.
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't say I've never played it. I played maybe an hour of it. It wasn't really my cup of tea. Maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it. But it's the rare PlayStation exclusive I have not played a significant amount of.
Yeah, it gets pretty fun, like upgrading your bike and just riding around and having to scavenge for gasoline. And it can get a little tedious, but I thought it was interesting. It was pretty cool. I kind of want to play the PS5 remaster, but it's like the game already looked pretty good. I don't know how much of a remaster it's going to be. You know what I mean? It was kind of top tier PS4 graphics already. So, yeah, 4.95 in theaters now. Go check it out and see how good The Last of Us really is.
Yeah.
Okay? Go 100%. Check it out. Yeah. And as always, thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe here on YouTube. We're also on Spotify and Apple Music. If that's how you do your podcast, we don't care how you do them. As long as you come do them with us, we appreciate it. And couldn't do it without you. Love having you here. Until the next piece. Peace, y'all.
Peace.